Hi parents, one of the most common questions that I receive from parents is, how do I teach my child which method to use when solving maths problems? In mathematics, there are a lot of methods that your child can use. When does your child use assumption? When does your child draw models? When does your child use algebra? So in this video, I'm going to go through some challenging questions from Rosyth School 2021 prelim papers. And hopefully, at the end of the video, you have a better idea on how to teach your child on which is the right method to apply when solving maths problems. And by the way, if you are not too sure about the different types of methods, please click on the link below to download the free ebook, right? Because inside the free ebook, I actually summarize all the different methods that your child have to know. Right? If you haven't downloaded the ebook, please click the link below to download the ebook for free so that you are familiar with all the methods that I'm going to go through later. And of course, please also support us by subscribing to the channel, and that will help us a lot in producing this type of free videos for you in the future. Alright, so without further ado, let me just jump to paper 2, because paper 2 is usually the part where most students face problems in. I would like to go through paper 2 question 11. Okay, so let's go through paper 2 question 11. First of all, before you can actually identify the right method to use, your child must identify the keywords in the question. Okay, this is very important. So let's read the question first and highlight the keywords. First of all, it says that there's an equal number of children attended Camp A and Camp B. So equal number is a very important keyword. And the ratio for the girls to the boys in Camp A was 5:9. Okay, so girls to boys in Camp A was 5:9. And the ratio for girls to boys in Camp B was 4:1. That's the keywords also. And altogether, there are 132 more girls than boys. And the question asks, how many children were there in both camps? Alright, so let's analyze the keywords again, because the keywords give us a clue on how to solve the question. Right, so we know that there's an equal number of children in both Camp A and Camp B. Right, equal number means we have to make the total the same. Correct? Because the total children in both Camp A and Camp B are the same. Alright, so let's write down both the ratios in Camp A and Camp B. So in Camp A, girls to boys is 5:9. And in Camp B, the ratio for girls to boys is 4:1. Right, and since we know that we must make total the same, let's find the total for both of them. So 5 plus 9 give us 14, and 4 plus 1 give us 5. Alright, and since we know we have to make the total the same, how do we make 14 the same as 5? We will need to find the multiple of 14 and 5, correct? Which is basically just 14 times 5, right? Which is 70. Okay, so what we do here is we times 5 over here, and here we times 14. Correct? So 5 times 5 is 25. 9 times 5 is 45, and 14 times 5 is 70. So 4 times 14, you should get 56. 1 times 14 is 14, and 5 times 14 is 70. Okay, you understand so far? So basically, we make the total the same, alright, which is we make the total become 70 for both of them. And now, let's look at this very important sentence over here. Altogether, there are 132 more girls than boys. The keyword is altogether. Altogether means you must take the total girls minus away the total boys, and the difference will be equals to 132. Understand? So let's find the total girls. The total girls will be 25 units plus 56 units. Alright, which is equals to how many units? You get 81 units. And the total boys is 45 units plus 14 units, which is equals to 59 units. So far so good. So now you find the difference. We take 81 minus 59 units. You get 22 units. And these 22 units will be equals to 132, which is the difference, right? Okay, so 1 unit will be equals to 132 divided by 22, which is equals to how many? You can press your calculator. You should get equals to 6. Alright, and since the question asks how many children were there in both camps, we simply take 70 plus 70 to find the total units, which is equals to 140. You take 140 times 6, and the answer is 840 children. Okay, you understand? Alright, so as you can see, right, the keywords in the question will basically give us a very clear idea on what method to apply when solving this question. Right, in this case, the keyword is the equal number, so therefore we have to make the total the same. Alright, let's go through one more question, which is, let's go through question 16. Okay? Right, students usually struggle in the fractions problem sums. Okay, so let's go through this question. So as usual, let's first to identify the keywords first. Serene had some oranges in the shop. She sold 1/6 of them in the afternoon and 280 of the oranges in the evening. She was then left with 3/5 of the oranges. Okay, and after that, she's going to pack these remaining oranges into boxes. Some of the boxes contain 8 oranges, while the rest of the boxes contain 12 oranges. For part A, the question asks how many oranges were packed into the boxes. And for part B, the question asks if you pack 20 more boxes with 8 oranges, then boxes with 8 oranges, how many boxes were used to pack 8 oranges? Alright, so this is a pretty tough question. Usually the last few questions of paper 2 are the tougher ones. So let's analyze the keywords first, okay? The question says that she sold 1/6 of them in the afternoon and 3/5 of the oranges left. Alright, now look at are they referring to the same total? 1/6 of the total compared to 3/5 of the total. Are they referring to the same total? Yes, right, they're referring to the same total, okay? Because this 3/5, right, is not of the remainder. Do you understand? Alright, so for parents, please reinforce this to your child, okay? The keyword remainder is very important. In this sentence, the question never said that she was left with 3/5 of the remainder. Alright, so this 1 out of 6 and 3 out of 5 are referring to the same total. Okay, or the same wholes. Alright, and because they are fraction of the same wholes, can we make the denominator the same? Yes, we can, okay, because they're referring to the same total, right? So let's make the denominator the same for 1/6 and 3 out of 5. Okay, so let's change the 1/6 to 5/30. And let's change the 3 out of 5 to 18/30. Right, because they are of the same total, that's why you can make the denominator the same. Alright, so now let's plus both of them together. So for part A, if you take 5/30 plus 18/30, okay, you will get 23/30, correct? Alright, so 5 units are sold in the afternoon and there's 18 units left. So what can we tell? Alright, we can tell that the remainder, which is 30 minus 23 units, these 7 units must be equals to this 280, correct? Okay, if you don't understand, you can always draw a model for your child. Okay, so total we have 30 units. Alright, so 5 units are sold in the afternoon. Alright, then she also sold another 280 in the evening. And you are left with 18 units. Correct? So therefore, if you take 30 minus away 18 and 5, which is 7 units, these 7 units must be equal to 280. Okay, you understand? Alright, so 7 units is 280. To find 1 unit, you take 280 divided by 7, you will get 40. And the question asks how many oranges are packed into the boxes. Alright, the boxes refer to the leftover, correct? She packed the remaining oranges into boxes. So to find the oranges in the boxes, we simply find 18 units. Alright, so you simply take 18 times 40. Okay, you can press your calculator and the answer for part A will be 720. Alright, are you clear with part A? Okay, so I hope that you are clear with part A. And now for part B. Alright, the question says that she's going to pack these 720 oranges into boxes containing 8 as well as 12 oranges. And in the end, there are 20 more boxes with 8 oranges than the boxes with 12 oranges. So question, which method do we apply to solve part B? Can we apply assumption? You think about it. The answer is no. Why we cannot use assumption? Right, because right, for assumption, we have to know the total number of boxes that she used. Correct? Then we can assume, right? If we know the total number of boxes that she used, we can assume, let's say all the boxes are 8 oranges or all the boxes are 12 oranges, correct? But for this question, right, the question never says the total number of boxes that she used. Okay? The question only says that in the end, there are 20 more boxes with 8 oranges than the boxes with 12 oranges. Alright, so instead of using assumption, which other method can we use? The answer is grouping. Alright, we have to use grouping. Okay, and why do we use grouping? Right, because if you take the 720 oranges, minus away the oranges from these extra 20 boxes, okay, these extra 20 boxes, the rest of the boxes between the 8 and the 12 will be the same. Do you understand what I mean? Okay, if you don't understand, you see, let me draw the model for you. So we have 8 oranges. Okay, let me put a dot in the middle, okay? I don't know why students always laugh at this drawing. I think this dot in the middle reminds them of something else. Okay, anyway, 8 oranges and 12 oranges. We know that there are 20 more boxes of 8 oranges than those boxes with 12 oranges, right? So after you minus away these extra 20 boxes, the number of boxes over here will be the same. Can you follow me? Alright, so let's take 720 minus away the oranges in these 20 boxes. Okay, but be careful, right? These 20 are referring to the boxes, not the oranges, okay? So to find the number of oranges in these 20 boxes, we must take 20 times what? Yes, we did 20 times 8. Alright, you take 720 minus away 20 times 8. Right, because each box contains 8 oranges, correct? Alright, so if you take 720 minus 20 times 8, you get 560. Alright, and this 560 will be all the oranges in equal number of boxes of 8 and 12. Alright, and now since because they are equal number, we can now group up together. Correct? We can group up the 8 and 12 together into one set. So 8 plus 12, you get 20. This is considered one set. Alright, and then now you take 560 divide by 20 to find how many sets we have. Do you understand? So 560 divided by 20, you should get 28. Alright, so 28 is for 1 unit over here. Okay, so basically there are 28 boxes of 12 oranges. And to find the number of boxes of for 8 oranges, you simply take 28 plus the extra 20 boxes. And the answer is 48 boxes. And now, how do we double check the answers? Right, because this is also another common question that parents always ask me. Right, how do I check for careless mistake? The most direct and the most safest way to check for careless mistake, right, is to use the answer to work backwards to see whether your child can still get the right numbers in the end. So what do I mean by that? Okay, so we know that there are 48 boxes of 8 oranges. Okay, so let's work backwards. Let's take 48 times 8. Right, if you take 48 times 8, you get 384. Alright, and we know that this is 28, correct? 1 unit just now we found that is 28. And we take 28 times 12. Okay, if you take 28 times 12, you'll get 336. And now when you plus together, 384 plus 336, okay, you should get back 720, right, which is the answer for part A. Right, so with this, we know that the answer is definitely correct. Alright, let's go through one last question. So I hope that after going through this question, you have a clear idea on how to apply which type of method. So in question 17, alright, the below shows the prices of some items in the bookstore. One calculator is $25.80, while 4 notebooks is $5.40. And for part A, Kenny brought 2 calculators and 16 notebooks for $60.30. There was a discount given on the calculators only. What was the percentage discount of the calculators? Okay, part A should be quite straightforward, right? So first of all, let's find the total cost for the calculators and notebooks without discount. Okay, then we can take the money minus off the discounted price to find a discount. Correct? So for part A, let's find 2 calculators and 4 notebooks and 16 notebooks without discount. Okay, so you take $25.80 times 2 plus $5.40 times 4. And why do we times 4? Because the notebooks are sold in 4, right? So to find 16 notebooks, right, because 4 times 4 is 16, you take 540 times 4 to find the 16 notebooks. Okay, so if you press your calculator, you should get $73.20. Alright, so this is the price before discount, and after discount is $60.30. So let's find a discount that Kenny received by taking 73.2 minus away 60.3. Okay, you will get 12.9, which is a discount. So far so good. Alright, and since the question asks for a percentage discount, remember the formula for percentage discount? We simply take the discount, divide by the original, times 100%. Okay, so now to find a discount for the calculator, you take the discount, which is 12.9, divide by original. Right, original is 25.8 times 2, remember? Because he bought 2 calculators, right? So you take 25.8 times 2, which is 51.6. And then you multiply by 100%. Alright, so if you press your calculator, you should get 25% discount. Alright, and that's it. That's the answer for part A, 25%. Okay, so part A is pretty straightforward. And now for part B, Mr. Koh bought an equal number of calculators and notebooks. Okay, so once again, the keyword is equal number without any discount. In the end, he spent $1,467 more on the calculators than the notebooks. And the question asks, how many notebooks did he buy? Alright, so when you see the word equal number, what is the concept that comes to your mind? Again, the concept is grouping. Alright, and why is it grouping? Because we have to make the calculator and the notebooks the same to find one set. Okay, so we let one set be 4 calculators and 4 notebooks. Understand? Right, because equal number, right? Equal number means you must make them the same. Alright, so let's find a cost of 4 calculators. So 4 calculators will be 4 times $25.80. Alright, you will get 103.2. And let's find the cost of, we know that 4 notebooks is 540, correct? Okay, so now let's find a difference in the cost between 4 calculators and 4 notebooks, which is 103.2 minus 5.4. Okay, you should get 97.8. So this is considered one set. So far so good. Alright, so in one set, the difference in price between 4 calculators and 4 notebooks is 97.8. So the question is, how many sets do you need to get a difference of 1467? Very simple. You simply take 1467 divide by 97.8 to get a number of sets. Okay, so if you take 1467 divided by 97.8, you should get 15 sets. And remember, right, one set consists of how many notebooks? 4 notebooks, correct? So to find the number of notebooks that you buy, you simply take 15 times 4, and the answer is 60 notebooks. Hi parents, I've already gone through some common methods on how to solve certain types of problem sums. So if you are again not too familiar with these type of methods, remember to download the free ebook in the description below, as well as do subscribe to this channel for more free videos in the future. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope to see you again next time.